How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is a very short video talking about Tango GameWorks. Apparently, according to breaking news at 1 a.m. UK time, it looks like Krafton Incorporated, the the parent company of PUBG, has essentially bought Tango GameWorks from Microsoft, avoiding its closure, as you can see here. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. We have breaking news at the moment with, Tango GameWorks having been saved by Krafton Incorporated, the team behind PUBG. Let's get into it because there's quite a bit to talk about, and I want to get this video out as soon as possible so I can get some sleep. So, if we make the change here, as you can see, breaking news, Windows Central has reported on this, and it looks like Tango GameWorks is officially saved. And yes, I made a hyperbolic tweet, but I stand by it. People can finally stop moaning about Tango now. I expect Hi-Fi Rush 2, which apparently now is on the cards and in development, to make the following sales: 5 to 10 million on PC, 5 to 10 million on PS5, 3 to 6 million on Xbox, just due to market size, right? I expect around 13 to 26 million sales, with the amount of people that was moaning about this studio being closed and the fact that Hi-Fi Rush deserved better. I said this is based on the amount of people that came out of the woodwork screaming and tearing the place down when Tango was being closed, citing nothing but Hi-Fi Rush, because no one cared about Evil Within or Tokyo Ghostwire, right? And I'm going to save this tweet naturally, as I said here, which I've already done. But you know what? I am happy that they have found a new home. I am happy that the people are being saved. And I am happy that staff are being retained. So that is always a good thing, right? That is a good thing. But hopefully we can finally hear the end of this drama of everywhere you hear, but what about Tango? What about Tango? Well, now they're saved. And apparently with the transfer of Tango, the IP for Hi-Fi Rush is also gone. Now, if we look at this from JHcola, a few moments ago, Microsoft announced plans to close Xbox Studio Tango GameWorks, its only Japanese-based team, as part of a round of cost-cutting measures. If you watch my recent video, I spoke about how they're hiring new people in their Japan offices to try and push, the Japanese partnerships. So it's a bit weird that this happened and they're still trying to do that on the other side. I'm sure there was logistics involved. I'm sure there was monetary reasons involved. But, Tango GameWorks was known for titles like Ghostwire Tokyo, which no one cared about, The Evil Within, which was niche, as well as the recent breakout hit Hi-Fi Rush, which, that's the one that people keep talking about. Krafton Inc. publishes mega franchise Battle Royale PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and has been expanding to other regions and exploring new game franchises as of late. Announced today that it has acquired Tango GameWorks as well as the Hi-Fi Rush IP, saving them from closure. Now, I do suspect, since they have done this, the game Hi-Fi Rush 2 will more than likely be a PlayStation 5 exclusive going forward, just out of spite, I guess, because they probably aren't happy with the way Xbox handled things. And of course, they will probably everyone's going to love it now. It's going to be a 10 out of 10 game. It's going to be up there for Game of the Year just because it's on PlayStation. But essentially the games that are on from Tango GameWorks, Evil Within, Hi-Fi Rush and whatnot, those that are already existing in Game Pass will remain. They are not going, but obviously future games by Tango GameWorks will not be on Game Pass unless an agreement has been decided. Krafton says it intends to support Tango in the further development of the Hi-Fi Rush IP, so you can expect Hi-Fi Rush 2. So that was a TLDR. Let's just quickly go through the article because it's not that long. Tango GameWorks will live on as Microsoft has reached an agreement with publisher Krafton to maintain the studio. Krafton Inc., known for the games like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, has fully acquired Tango GameWorks from Xbox as well as the rights to recent action hit Hi-Fi Rush. It's weird that they actually gave away the rights. I mean, when Bungie separated, they kind of didn't give them Halo. When Toys for Bob left, they didn't give them Spyro or anything else. So it's kind of weird that they gave away Hi-Fi Rush, especially considering it was presumably hitting all metrics. But they did, and that's the end of that, really. Microsoft announced that it would close Tango GameWorks earlier this year as part of a round of layoffs that saw a few other Xbox game studios close. Tango was known for the games like the aforementioned high-octane rhythm brawler Hi-Fi Rush, as well as a survival horror franchise, The Evil Within. Tango was initially established in 2010 by Shinji Mikami of the Resident Evil fame, with the studio coming across to Microsoft as part of the ZeniMax acquisition. It is worth noting that The Evil Within and Tokyo Wire is gonna stay with Microsoft. So those IPs are remaining at Microsoft, and if Tango want to expand on those, hopefully they can come to an agreement and have Tango work on them. But see, that's the weird part. They've held on to a couple, and this is why I believe that even when Aaron Greenberg came out and said that they hit all metrics, I think that was just PR talk, but they didn't hit anything. And that's why the game went to PlayStation, to try and see if it could actually gain new life there. Krafton shared a press release, and that press release down here. Today we welcome the talented people of Tango GameWorks and their team marketing, exciting a new moment in the company's global expansion and its first significant investment in the Japanese video game market. The press release reads, the strategic move will include the rights to Tango GameWorks acclaimed IP Hi-Fi Rush. As part of the strategic agreement, Krafton intends to collaborate with Xbox and ZeniMax to ensure a smooth transition and maintain continuity at Tango GameWorks, allowing the talented team to continue developing the Hi-Fi Rush IP and explore future projects. Krafton intends to support the Tango GameWorks team to continue its commitment to innovation and delivering fresh and exciting experiences for fans. The fact Hi-Fi Rush is heading across also heavily suggests that a sequel will most likely emerge from the partnership. I mean, that's literally what they're saying, for them to continue working on it. However, franchises like Ghostwire Tokyo and The Evil Within will remain with Microsoft, at least for now. That's the weird part, right? So why are you holding on to two and not the other? I guess Krafton taking on Tango GameWorks, they clearly saw that Evil Within was a dud. Ghostwire Tokyo was a dud. The only one worth anything was Hi-Fi Rush, and so that's the one they clearly wanted to see if they can make anything of it. Both Krafton and Microsoft emphasize that there will be no impact on the existing catalog of games, which will remain available in Xbox Game Pass and other storefronts they're presently on. In a statement to Windows Central, a Microsoft spokesperson shared the following. We're working with Krafton to enable the team at Tango GameWorks to continue to build games together, and we look forward to playing their next great game. There'll be no impact to existing game catalogs of Tango games. So that's good. So, none of these games are coming off Game Pass. So if one day you do want to sit down and give these games a try, you can do so. It's a potential new beginning for Tango GameWorks as well as fans of Hi-Fi Rush. Tango GameWorks surprised Xbox fans early last year with Hi-Fi Rush, which shadow dropped out of nowhere straight into Xbox Game Pass. At the time, Microsoft described it as a success, but broad swaths of cost-cutting measures early in 2024 led to Tango's untimely shuttering. And of course, if there was a monumental success, they wouldn't be shuttering. So clearly there's been a lie somewhere. Regardless of how you feel about that, there's been deceits, deceiving, and that's probably what led to all of this going on, and a lot of the outrage, because you can't go from saying it's hit all metrics to get it's doing amazing, and then 5 minutes later you're going to shut it down. It doesn't work that way. For Krafton to step in and give the studio a new lease on life is incredibly exciting and, dare I say, uplifting. It is, because with the amount of layoffs that are happening today, it's great to see someone stepping in and saving these jobs. Like, truly, I am really happy that someone has stepped in and saved Tango. Not the name or anything, but just the staff, right? The amount of job losses we're seeing almost on a weekly basis is really, really disheartening, and it's damaging the games industry, as these talents likely are disappearing entirely as they potentially go into other fields that is not video games to pay their bills. And you're losing really good talent along the way that will never be back. It'll be interesting to see where it all goes from here. It's nice to get at least one happy ending in a year that has been dominated by layoffs across all of the entertainment and tech. Perhaps if we get really lucky, Microsoft will let Tango GameWorks have a stab at a new entry in The Evil Within, which is what I was saying, franchise 2 someday. If Tango wants to, of course. For now, I'm just happy that the studio will get another chance to thrive in what has become an increasingly competitive and tough industry. Long may Tango survive, and long may it thrive. So Microsoft, in the end, did right by them, and they allowed them to pretty much, get acquired and save the studio. I mean, Microsoft could have just shut them down entirely, but, with them coming in to pick it up, Krafton, I think that's good. The stipulation that they specifically wanted Hi-Fi Rush indicates that there is going to be a Hi-Fi Rush 2. But my point right now is that all those people that were moaning about Tango, I really hope that the next game that Tango push out is going to sell 10, 15, 20 million, because if it doesn't, as much as I'm happy for Tango, to be saved, for the staff to be saved, and I genuinely am really happy that this has happened, the reality is the hypocrisy is going to be there for everyone to see. And I've got the tweet that I made earlier that you saw. I have saved it in a separate folder to recall back in 5-6 years time to see if the response is going to be the same, and if their next game, be it Hi-Fi Rush 2 or whatever it is going to make those kinds of sales. Because if it doesn't, and it makes just a 1 million sale, then the amount of people that were crying were nothing but frauds. But as JHcola says, it's really happy to see a happy ending for for some sad news. My annoyance was the community, the media overplaying disclosure like it was, almost like the end of times, right? You saw Peter Ovo, he completely lost it, eventually left Twitter as well, because he just couldn't take it anymore. He lost his complete marbles. Like, this really impacted a lot of people. But hopefully now that they are actually back, not gone, not, being eradicated, they still have access to Hi-Fi Rush, which people were, spearheading as the greatest thing. So hopefully they, when Tango GameWorks release their next Hi-Fi Rush game, they will be there to support them. I know I personally will be there to support them and pick up their game. But the question is, will the rest of you? And not just the ones here watching on Xbox, but to you ponies out there and to you PC elitists out there. Will you as well? Well, I shouldn't say PC elitists, because there's PC casuals as well. Let's not get into that debate about if it's not on Steam, it's not on PC, because that's a different topic for another day. But happy days, Tango GameWorks is saved. Krafton have moved in to pick them up. They have acquired Hi-Fi Rush IP as well. They have said no to Evil Within. They have said no to Ghostwire Tokyo, because they don't feel those franchises are worth anything, and all they wanted was Hi-Fi Rush. That agreement has been done. The transition should hopefully go smoothly, and this has ended on a happy note for all of them. And in a time when people are being thrown around left, right, and center and just, discarded like pieces of garbage in the gaming industry, this is a good note to end. That's all I have for you. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Are you happy that they are saved? Are you happy that Krafton has picked them up? Do you think this game is going to their next game is going to be PlayStation exclusive? Probably not for the PlayStation 5 now, probably for the PlayStation 6, unless the PS5 Pro, comes out soon, and then that'll add like another 2 years of lease. And potentially Hi-Fi Rush 2 could be on the PS5 Pro era of gaming that will probably breach into Xbox's next generation console, because they're probably going to use the same art style, which doesn't require them to really push the boundaries when it comes to rendering and stuff. So fingers crossed the game will be good like the first one, and yeah, let's see how it goes. That's it. Let me know what your thoughts are. Like and subscribe, hit that bell to stay up to date with all content I release, and I'll see you in the next one. Remain legend.